And welcome back to another installment of the Pals podcast. I'm your co-host, Ricky Liordi.
And I'm Danielle Galarno.
And this is our monthly recap. Before we get into any recap, I want to give a big shout out to Eli and Nuria, I believe her name is. We've had an official Pals love story. About 2 years ago, a good pal of mine and George's, Eli Kim Swallow, came on the podcast. He's an artist. He did a mural in our old studio. So we had him come on the podcast, shoot the shit, talk about the transition from like a normal life to art and kind of following your dreams and a whole bunch of stuff. And she was a listener of the podcast, heard the voice, loved the banter back and forth. She opened up her laptop, saw Eli there. I guess she thought he was cute. She must be blind. No, kidding, Eli, I love you. And she slid in his DMs and they officially got engaged over the weekend.
That's such a cool story. I think that's so fun too.
That has got to be one of the coolest things that's happened about this, like with this podcast.
Yeah.
Like I can't think of many other really, I can think of a lot of really cool things that happened for me personally, but for, we just got somebody married. Like that's fucking cool.
It is really cool.
So big shout out to you guys. We love you guys. We're so happy for you. Congratulations.
We are very happy for you guys.
Yeah. So Daddy, let's jump into it. I feel like we have a lot of things to catch up on.
Yeah, well, let's start off by talking about our denim on denim. I took my jacket off.
The elephant in the room?
But we just, I like things undone. It really pisses me off.
So just tie your shoes then.
No, I have to take my shoe off and I'm just too annoyed.
But it's weird that like you don't even have the tongue on your shoe.
That's what I'm saying. That's what's annoying. My tongue's stuck inside.
We just did the awkward portrait studio. Awkward photo studio.
Awkward photo studio. So basically Devin came with us and we took awkward photos for 20 minutes. And we actually had so much fun with it. I
think we laughed for 20 minutes straight. Honestly.
Yeah, I was like sweating, laughing, but it was good. The photos are really funny.
Really fun time. So those will be out in a couple of days, but that was a really good time. But let's rewind. Yeah, did I go to Nashville first or did you go to Vegas first?
You went to Nashville first.
Okay, so Nashville we'll keep this kind of fairly short, but I went to go see a friend of mine, Alex Morris, also known as Distant Matter. He was performing at Barstool because he had a song blow up on TikTok and
with Dasha.
With Dasha Boots, or it's called Austin Boots Stop, whatever.
Did your boots stop working?
So he was performing. It was really cool. We got to go with him. It was like one of his first big shows since the remix went viral. So it's really cool, and he's blowing up right now. So anytime you have friends that are doing really cool shit, it makes it a lot more exciting.
Yeah, I think it's fun too. I think that you were able to fly over there and be a part of that with him. I think that's It's just full circle. It's not like you guys were friends. Hey, we have a listener, but you guys became friends basically post podcast.
Yeah,
and I think that's around. It's because of the podcast that you guys become friends.
Yeah,
and it's literally because of that. And I think that's one of the reasons why we both love doing the podcast.
Yeah,
it's because the friendships you make out of it. And you were there for one of his like big moments, which is another cool thing.
Again, it's a cool feeling, and like you said, it comes full circle. But it's also really cool because like we were just looking at flights before this, and to go to Nashville for a long weekend is $1,500, and I did everything for like $350,
which is insane.
Which is literally insane. It just worked out perfectly, and I booked it last minute.
Well, it's even nuts too because I was even just looking at you, and you just do like Toronto to like explore, and you pick like a country.
Yeah.
Everything in the States this weekend is absolutely absurd. Like, you can't even go to, like, Florida.
That's why I feel like it's a sign I should stay back this weekend.
Like, that, it's almost...
just, like, focus on my health.
It's almost like one of those signs. But at the same time, it's like, can you make it work? Of course you can.
Danny, you can make anything work with enough money.
Yes.
Money's always the option.
You are not financially in the position that you have to worry about money. That's what I'm saying. Not everyone can be able to do that. Yeah. So that's something you have to be grateful for, that you are able to. Big
shout out to DoorDash, Fat Bastard Burrito, Starbucks, Petro-Canada, Kellogg's Vector, Metrolinx, Go Transit, Vicky. What other brands have I worked with recently?
You're able to do all that, which is lucky. But at the same time, I just think it's absolutely wild. It's not even like it's a U.S. holiday this weekend.
Yeah, I just hate getting ripped off when I go traveling.
Me too. And it makes it not worth it. Because I'm like, why am I getting ripped off like this?
Okay, when you go to Europe, June, July, August, and half of September is very expensive.
Which is when you're going to go anyway.
Which is what you're going to go, and you're going to get crushed. So you fly on the Wednesday because that's the cheapest day to fly.
Yeah.
Or you fly on the Tuesday or whatever. You find the cheap days to fly that. You're getting ripped off, but it's not hurting that bad.
See, like, I'm leaving on a Friday night, and come home on a Sunday, which is like
the worst days to do.
The worst days to do.
But that's what you can afford to do with holiday.
It's what I could do with work. Yeah. And like, could I leave on the Monday and save? 100%. But I decided to do it on the Friday because the difference was not even that bad, but also just because the trip I'm wanting to do.
Yeah.
And then, but I actually got a sick deal. I actually been telling this to a lot of people because people were complaining about all their flights, and I don't know how I did this, but I did Toronto to London, London to Toronto, Toronto to Athens, Paris to Toronto. So 4 flights. Okay. $1,000, 70,000 points.
Wasn't our flight to London like $600 alone?
$700.
And you did all the other flights for $300.
So I paid $700 for our flight to London. Then I paid 70,000 points for the other 2 flights and like $100 in fees. So I did 4 flights for $1,000 and 70,000 points. Pretty damn. What were the other
flights outside of London?
Toronto to Athens, which everyone's paying an arm and a leg.
Taxes is like $250 on that.
And then Paris to Toronto.
Did you pay for some of your taxes with points?
No.
Then the math isn't mathing.
That is 700 to 1,000.
But Danny, so flights when you go to Europe in taxes, you're at like $250 almost.
700 to 1,000 is 900. That's $250 right there.
Danny, $700 to 1,000 gives you $300.
Yeah.
$250 is your taxes for going to Europe and back once.
My taxes were only like 115 each way. 150. So it was total like 250, 300 taxes.
For the 4
flights. I got
really
a good deal.
Yeah.
I did
you did it. Yeah, you did.
John even told me not, because I went by my flights with him, and he's like, "Oh, I don't even think points is worth it for any of them." But I was like, "Hey, I don't want to pay $2,000 when I can pay when I have the points to pay 70,000." Whereas like I know people that paid $2,000 just for round trip from here to Athens.
Yeah, my flight was 60,000 points or 50,000 points just to Greece.
Just to Greece.
And it was $150 in taxes and 50,000 points or something. Yeah, mind you, I don't.
I know people are getting paid $1,800 there and back just from Athens. Yeah. So it's like but again, I'm doing like Paris home, whatever, just because I am moving around. But I was pretty impressed. So you can make it happen if you have points.
I love that. So Danny, tell us about the Bachelorette, Becca's Bachelorette.
Yes, we went to Vegas.
How was it?
Amazing.
Okay, highlights, lowlights.
Okay, so we arrived, and our flight was delayed 40 minutes. And then from the airport to our hotel took us about 40 minutes.
Yeah, but that's standard.
It was just like, for the time we landed, it was so insanely busy, but she took the back route, so not the strip, because we're going to the Wynn. And then we got stuck with the Sphere coming out, a concert. So everything was blocked. So we're delayed from our landing. We then get delayed from... Now we're delayed in traffic.
Yeah, but Vegas doesn't sleep. Like when I get
delayed
in Vegas, I don't
We had
care.
to get somewhere to get in for guest list.
Oh.
We had to be in because I had planned to go to La Luxury that night. It's actually kind of funny. I don't think I told you this story yet. So we get in. So we didn't get guest list. It's like 1:30 at this point, and we got to the hotel at 12. The girls we couldn't all get our act together in time. Again, we had to get ready. We had like most of it done. So we get there, and then there's a bar right in front of Hakkasan. So we're like, hey, let's just buy a shot. We'll figure it out. It's $36 to get in. Like, do we want to pay it? Like, at that point, we're like, hey, like, that's nothing. And if we don't like it, we can walk out. And we wouldn't care about wasting our money. Me and Sophia are at the bar ordering a tequila shot. Becca and Maz are just like, we'll wait in line. 5 minutes later, Becca and Maz show up. Hey, girls, take the shot quick. We're getting in a booth. I'm like, we love Vegas. Like, we love Vegas. You get there, it's these 2 local, and like Becca's like, Becca, like she's scared of like her own shadow sometimes when we go out. I've never been so proud of her. This is like, she really stood out there. She took Maz in her soul and she's like, nope, we're doing this. Got in with these 2 Vegas locals, Cody and Rocky. One was like 5'4", the other one was 6'5". Like, it was just nuts, right? Brought us in free. We get a booth. They're trying to find their booth. This guy doesn't know where the booth is. So now we're getting sketched out. So we're now doing laps around Hakkasan looking for table 4. They can't find their fucking booth. We look at each other. We're like, okay, let's just stay right here. But like, they were to the point where like they would grab our hands to make sure we were following them still to find this booth. Eventually, like they're just like scrambling and like stressed. So then we're like, let's sneak off to the side. Then, so now we're late. Everyone's already settled into like their things. Like Loud Luxury's been playing now probably for like half an hour. Maybe longer. I don't know. Maz goes right into the crowd. She's like, I'm getting us behind stage. It's packed. First thing she does, puts on her phone. Ricky Liordi sent us. Andrew looks at us, starts laughing, turns his head around. I was like, I'm out. I don't care. Let's find another booth. She's like, Maz, like determined to get it done. So Becca's like, okay, I'll go with her. I'm like, you guys got this done? Like, maybe you can do it. Me and Sophia are like, fuck this sweaty ass Maz. Not doing it. She goes to the other side. Joe sees it. She says something else like, oh, we're from Toronto, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I'm like, give up. Let's find a booth. 5 seconds later, found someone. We ended up having the best night ever. Found this like work table. And it was our night. So we didn't go to bed. We didn't go to bed till 5. All of us.
I love that for you guys.
And then I gambled that first night and won $300.
Wow.
That's a lot.
If not for Vegas.
I'm not gambling tables. This is slots.
It doesn't matter.
Wheel of Fortune slot. The worst slot.
Still, it's like $3 a spin. $2 a spin.
I put $100 in, Mac. Not even that night. I put $40 in.
Exactly.
$40.
So,
and I was up 300. So 340.
So that's why when you call me, I'm like, I thought literally someone died.
I called everyone.
Or I thought something really important happened or something. And then I see the text. It's like, I won $300. I was like, this is why I don't pick up your phone calls.
I called everyone. And I got a lot of,
This
oh my
is-
God, congrats. Except for from you. You and
Oh my
Andrea
God,
were the only
congrats.
two losers
You got,
who didn't
oh
say
my
anything.
God, congrats. I won $300.
George-
That doesn't even cover half your room.
George answered at family dinner. And even Chris was like, good job.
They're being polite.
No.
They're not going to tell you to face like, who cares you won $300?
You sound like Andrew right now, and I don't like that negative energy because I was really happy. But I'm
This
happy.
is you being overdramatic.
I'm happy I had Nicole with me
Good.
because Nicole knows when to stop at the casino. Where I was like, oh, it's free $300. Let's keep playing.
No, that's half your room.
Yeah, no, I kept using it the whole weekend. But I
But again,
used,
at least you
but I
you had fun
used
with it.
only what we won, so I
Yeah.
never lost money.
Good.
I only used what I won.
Good.
So I just lost all the money afterwards. Then Friday was really good. We were kind of tired, so we like had a slow morning. Went to the pool.
You know what's so funny? Sorry, I hate to cut you off.
Yeah.
Andrew was like, Danielle can tell a story, make it a 10-minute story when there's like 5 minutes of valuable information.
Yeah.
And this, as you're talking to him, I'm like, the part about the lady taking the back roads and getting stuck behind the sphere, I'm like, I don't really think you could have just went, yeah, we were late getting back.
I was annoyed though because of the sphere thing, and like I'm in the front seat, like, and then she kept going
And I like
in
the
the car
shots
too.
at the shots at the bar right outside Hakkasan has zero
I'm trying
relevance
to
the
set
story.
the scene of like Becca and Maz going in because you know them.
You just say that. But
Okay,
yeah,
fine.
Becca and Mass stepped up. And
I'll
took
go
it.
quicker. We went
Okay.
to Carbone. Carbone was good. Everything was nice. Gambled a bit that night. Did
See,
go
this
out.
is one thing that you could have actually like Carbone. Everything was good. Everything was nice.
Carbone
how
was
you're
great.
defining
My
Carbone.
personal opinion, I think New York's better, but because
I've actually heard that from numerous people.
but it's not even like the food. Like the food's basically the same. It's the atmosphere. New York's
ambiance?
the ambiance. It's like quiet. It's more like you feel like you're fine dining.
You feel like you're in like a mafia movie in New
Yes,
York. Yeah.
in Vegas, which I've never been to Miami, but Nicole says it's even more grandiose. But it's like you're in Vegas.
It's commercial.
Yeah.
I feel like it's commercial.
One thing that we thought was weird though was that like you've obviously been to Vegas and I've been before too, and we were more aware of it this time. Was just like how weird the placement of the restaurants are. You feel like you're like in a mall, and then it's like Carbone. You're in a mall, then it's like Delilah. You're in a mall, then it's like Peter Luger's.
Well, but you got to
It
think.
feels like a conference center.
Yeah, but Danny, each hotel is like its a little mini city.
I get that, but like
Right?
where the locations of like Carbone specifically was right next to the conference center. Like it just felt weird.
Yeah, I get it.
Whereas like the Toca Madera, it's right in the lobby. It has this grandiose entrance. Like it was just like I wish Carbone was in that location of the Aria.
Okay.
So that's
That's
just one thing that we noticed. Saturday, this was our big day. We had pool party day. Wake
Okay.
up, Nicole catches something. She is unwell. And I've never felt so bad for someone who can rally so hard. But I was like, and we didn't drink the night before. We had one cocktail and a glass of wine. So we're like, it's not alcohol. What is it? Anyways, the queen of rallying made it. And we went to Tao. Got in.
Who was playing?
Alesso,
Oh,
which is
nice.
Becca's favorite person
Okay,
ever.
so that's
That's
good.
why we did it. And I'm going to speed this up now because I know I'm getting annoying. But it was just so fun. And all the memories are just flooding back in.
Okay, highlight of the Alesso show.
Well, number one, it's just wild being a girl in Vegas. I just still cannot get in there. You literally walk and security's like, oh, come to this booth. And the guys leave you alone.
Because you got to think.
Oh my God. The highlight was meeting Dom.
That was not Dom at all.
That's our highlight. We still talk about Dom. Ricky, his mannerisms, everything. His name was Eric, which I also think he was married. And that's another thing. People are wild. But they let us alone the whole time. They're like, oh, here, there was a pool, but not going to go in. But then there was like Mister's Cabana. It was 112 degrees Fahrenheit. Like, it was scorching. And everyone's drinking. Like, we're like trying to like order whatever you want, have whatever you want. Things are good. And we're right next to Alesso's booth. And it was a surprise engagement party for Alesso. Well, for his wife. Yeah. Well, fiance, because he was playing. So like she came out. He surprised her with all her friends. Oh, that's fun. They got engaged 4 days before. So it was like fun. And we were like right there. We had like a little bush too. So we got like our own space. That's good for us. You know, we like that.
A bush?
Like just Maz had her person there the whole time. We just had privacy, safety. People kept scaring us that they're going to drug us. Some girl tried pouring something in my drink in the bathroom, me and Becca. And we're like, please do not touch us. That's another thing. People are too like wild like that. Like, keep my space. I need my bubble. And I'm good.
Okay, noted.
But then we took a nap. I knew this was going to go wrong. George had booked us a reso at 11 p.m. at Delilah because that's all we could get. But we all talked before. I said, girls, let me know. My credit card's on this reservation. It's a pretty big fee for not showing up. So do I cancel it or no? They're like, we're going to make it. We're going to take a nap and we're going to make it. Comes time. My alarm goes off. I'm like resurrecting. I look around. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to go alone. Whatever. I'll have a drink. Who cares? It's 11 p.m. Like, I'm sure people will be there. Nope. Sophia jumps up. She goes, I feel great. Let's go. 50 Cent was playing too. She's like, maybe we'll go there. I was like, no, that's not happening. Maz is like, no, I'm good. Becca tries so hard. And I look at her. I'm like, you don't have to come. And she goes, thank you so much. Goes back to bed. And again, at this point, it's like 10 o'clock at night. Like, our res was at 11. So we go. Maz gets too tired. Gets up, leaves. Now it's just me and Sophia. Have a drink, have the best espresso martini of our lives at Delilah. Have a couple apps. Then we're like vibing. So we have another drink. Live music, DJ. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. Best place in Vegas is Delilah.
Okay.
Sophia said, you know how she said you can bury her at Scorpios? You can bury, that's her second place where you can bury her.
Okay.
Like, that's how cool. I love it. Oh my God, I would go back there in a second. Just Delilah.
This for you, Danielle.
Yeah. Then I'm like, oh, can we pay? The guy comes, yeah, I'll bring your bill. Comes back, oh, by the way, someone paid for your bill. Another reason why I love Vegas. So I like texting George, which is like, he's basically awake because you guys went out. I'm like, did you pay for our bill? Like, Becca's not here. Like, but thanks. And he goes, no, I didn't. I didn't give them my credit card. I'm like, oh. So we asked the guy, like, who paid for our bill? And it says unknown. We're like, oh, okay, cool. Walk up and left.
That is good. That's a good story. That's the highlight of your trip, not meeting Dom.
No, meeting Dom was the highlight of our trip. Ricky, you have to see how funny you are.
Anyways, okay. That's
good.
That
was great. Then the next day we went to the pool, chilled. Way too hot. I got so burnt. And then, like, it's just like a little too late at night, the flight.
That's fair.
But I got like the win for really cheap on Sunday, so we just stayed in our room.
It makes sense. Like, if I stay and take the red eye out on a Sunday night, I'll book the room for the Sunday.
We were gonna book another hotel because if I booked that room with the other room, it was gonna be an extra like $600. And I'm like, I'm not paying for $600 for a room I'm not staying in.
Yeah.
I called there and they gave me like a discount because I became a Win Rewards member, which I don't know why. This is actually a tip. Sign up for the rewards to get the discounts.
Every time.
Every single time. Who cares that you signed up for them? It doesn't take your like any information. And I got 150 off per night at the Win.
And better tip, when you're there and you're about to sign in and pay and do everything, ask for an upgrade. When we went for GB2s, go.
Well, number one, I only booked, we were 4 staying in a room, but I only booked for 2 staying in a room. So we didn't have the extra like stupid fees. And they let me register and everything, our card. So I got there and I did the express check-in from like the machine. So I couldn't ask for an upgrade. But we were also late that day. So thank God we did. Because I went to the machine, got our room keys and went. The line was like twirling inside the reservation area. They
moved pretty quick. When we did GB2s, we had 3 rooms, like all things. We're like, hey, can we be on the same floor? Mm-hmm. They're like, yeah. I'm like, do you have any upgrades? Like, she's like, well, I shouldn't do this. And you know, they're just saying that. because we got in at 11. If I don't take this suite tonight, realistically, nobody's taking it tonight.
Yeah.
So they lose $700 or $800.
Yeah.
They basically gave us the suite. So a suite that sleeps 6 people, they gave it to us for less than would have been for 2 normal rooms. So we got a suite sleeps 4 people. So it's 2 rooms conjoined plus like a living room, and we got it for cheaper than 2 separate rooms. So the additional, like our room, another guy was going to have to book his own room. He didn't have a room booked. He's like, I'll figure it out when we get there, Vince. And we ended up getting it for cheaper. So it was like an extra $200 a night. Yeah. And we ended up getting a suite.
See, I wish like.
Always ask. If there
wasn't a line there and we weren't in a rush to go out, I would have.
What time was your flight leaving?
That night?
No, what time did you leave Toronto? You guys said you got delayed 45 minutes.
We left at 7:55.
Okay, so that's a good time. You just bad luck.
It was just bad luck on our end. Yeah. So we left at 7:55. There was bad luck. Basically, the plane behind us crashed into a luggage cart.
Ah, shitty.
So then we had to wait. So we saw, and then we missed our takeoff time. So we just had to wait. We were sitting on the plane for stupid. Yeah. But I would have done that because I would have asked for an upgrade. But we just, thank God I pre-registered.
Okay.
Because that was the one bonus thing. But I just don't understand why people just don't sign up. If you know you're going on the trip, prepay and sign up.
100%.
If I didn't prepay, it would have been $75 more or whatever, $100 US more. That's still a lot of money.
100%. 100%.
And
because per night.
This per night. So then I just signed up. I stand by that.
I love this for you, Danny.
But even, Carbone. Very hard to get a reservation at Carbone. You sign up for MGM, or I was going to go through Amex if I couldn't do it because they're pretty good at getting reservations. Signed up for MGM rewards. And if you sign up for MGM rewards, you get pre-access to reservation before the regular public.
Love that.
Little tip. Do that. Anyways, I had a really good time. Don't think I was going to go back to Vegas for a long time. But then again, I saw Rufus was playing this weekend. I would have gone back in a second. But I just needed a break. It's a lot.
Vegas.
People don't sleep.
Vegas, I love it. But it does, when you leave Vegas, I'm good for a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm happy, we were 4 girls, but at the same time, we're 4 girls who were roughly needing the same kind of energy. We wouldn't have been able to do day club and nightclub in the same time.
So you know what's sad? I still can, but none of my friends can anymore.
Yeah, it's hard, but I think London was more taxing for my body than Vegas was. But I think it's because I was able to relax more. So it was nicer for me coming home. I could jump back. But London, it took me a second to recover from London.
Yeah, okay.
For me, that was hard for me. It was day and night.
Yeah. What do you have coming up that you're really excited for? We're entering the summer. We got weddings. July and August.
A ton of weddings. I know I've talked about them before, but my first one's this weekend. And I'm really excited about it. And I love it. I can't wait to see my best friends get married.
It's the best.
And it's literally all close friends.
Yeah, I love that. That was me 2 years ago.
So I'm so excited about that. I'm really sad about Mike and Marina's because I have another wedding that day. So that would have been nice to see them get married as well. But I know we'll celebrate them in Europe this year too.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm really excited for the cottage. I just can't wait to go for those weekends and just turn my phone off.
Do you leave Thursday night?
So
I hope you do turn your phone off when you go to the cottage.
I don't, but sometimes.
Really excited to turn my phone off, but I don't turn it off.
No, but it's just nice. Sometimes just I'm not on it as much because I'm with my cousins, and it's just nice to sometimes I go to bed at 10, sometimes we're up late. It's just, but it's also sitting there.
It's also something you've been doing your whole life, right?
It brings and it's just memories. Comfort and I don't care about. I don't know. It's just nice. There's so many things we can do. I'm gonna get them all to play pickleball this summer.
Love that for you.
But I'm just really excited for that.
Good.
What about you?
Do you know what? My summer's I look at my schedule and I have 0 free weekends the entire summer. It's fucked.
Ricky and I were just looking. I'm when are we gonna get to hang out without the podcast? Which is would have been a normal thing for us to make plans. Yeah. I feel last year we went to a concert every other week.
So if you think about between now till the 2 months of summer, July and August, we've got 9 weekends, give or take. Take away the 2 long weekends, you got 7. I've got pickleball 4 of those weekends. And 2 of them are out of province.
I have weddings.
And then I have 2 weddings. There you go. And next year,
weddings?
Derek, Lay, and George.
Oh, so I have
2 weddings.
Veta, Taylor, George, and Bianca.
Yeah, it's just you don't realize how fast time flies
the weekends
by.
are gone. Like once I have a wedding too, I'm not gonna go out on the Friday.
You know, it's so funny. So I actually put blocks in my calendar saying don't book things.
Good.
And like, and I don't tell, like even you, I don't tell you. I'm like, no, I'm booked, and I'll just make up something because it's me time. And
there's days in the calendar that says Danielle's gone.
Yeah.
I'm not gone, but
Yeah,
I told
just,
you, like,
yeah.
if something comes up, then okay. But those are my days that, like, no.
Fuck off. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had one 2 weeks ago. Said literally stay in Toronto. That was my plan that weekend. Ended up going to Nashville because Nashville just worked out perfectly.
It's okay to change your plan sometimes as long as you give yourself another time to kind of recuperate.
The problem is time is finite, right? You only have a certain amount of it. So July 13, 14 weekend. Okay, so this is the long weekend that was supposed to go away. Might not, might go away. Who the fuck knows? The weekend after is pickleball. So I know, like, when it's pickleball, even though I don't play, it's still a lot of work. It's a lot of work on the body and the mind. You're on your feet all
day. You're with people and you're socializing.
Do you know what I realized? And I really realized at this last tournament, I feel like I'm almost a teacher. Mm-hmm. Where it's like I've got the team, I've got the players, and everyone's always like, "Hey, what do we do next? When's our next game? When's our next game?" And everyone's an adult too. Like everybody's a responsible adult, but just they're so focused on performing and doing what they need to do that they'll ask me and they'll just look at me and say, "Oh, well, what court are we on?" And I sometimes just like I'm gonna pull up my phone and check you guys. But again, I know they're so focused
on their craft.
Yeah, right. So this time I know the generic questions everyone's gonna ask me this time, so I'm gonna be a lot more prepared next weekend. But then the weekend after that, I was gonna go to the Calgary Stampede. But I'm like, you know what? I'm overworking myself. I'm too booked. I need to stay fucking put.
Didn't you book a pickleball tournament?
Wait, so I said stay in Toronto that weekend. Me and Elaine signed up for this tournament last weekend that I couldn't play it with Elaine, and so really heartbroken. She's doing a clinic the following week, and I was like, we should play in a tournament. She's like, hey, if we find one, let's within like 3 or 4 hours. Found one in Albany, New York. We booked it. And it's like, fuck, that was the weekend I was supposed to stay, but whatever. But I've been turning away my brand deals, so I've limited my clients. I'm good, so I'm like not stressed with that. And I hired an assistant. I lied, a content coordinator. We do not call her an assistant, but I've hired somebody and I'm very happy about it. And she started last week and I'm fucking beyond ecstatic about it.
You know what? I've like seen even just like a layer of stress off of you and it's only been a week. Oh my God. There's like a slight like, because I know when you can get like antsy sometimes, you've just like been a bit more relaxed.
It's just that business. And for those of you who don't know, which would be insane if anybody listens to this and don't know, I do social media marketing, AKA influencer, AKA content creator, wherever the fuck we call it these days. My business is almost tripled from last year to this year, and we're not even halfway done the year yet, which is absolutely mind-blowing.
I still need to do your taxes.
Like, it's actually fucking mind-blowing. Like, even when I'm like, I can't take another deal, fucking Starbucks comes along.
And like, how do you say no to that?
How do you say no to Starbucks? It's fucking Starbucks. Like, that's a dream collab. You know, Petro-Canada promoting the Summer Olympics. Like, Petro-Canada, you're one of the big dogs. Like,
what if you get invited to the Olympics?
I'd drop anything I'm doing.
Would you take me?
Depending on how many.
It's my birthday.
Yeah, but depends how many people I'm allowed to.
I'll take content. I will take the best content ever.
See, but the thing is, you don't even know what the best content is.
Yes, I will.
No, you don't.
I'll take the best content.
But Danny, so yesterday brought it up to my attention. Me and Devin. So we had a shot list, basically, right? We knew, okay, this is what
I won't listen to you. I'll do my own shot list. Everything. I'll prep.
So she did work when we weren't even fucking working.
Okay,
paying attention.
That's fine.
But you don't even know what to take.
Yeah, I do. You don't know what I know how to take.
Yeah, I know you don't because you've never done it.
Because I don't want to. I wasn't getting paid.
But you don't do it for yourself either. So how can I trust that you can do it?
Because I've done it before.
For who?
Work.
Show me.
Okay, I'll show you I'll show you my portfolio.
Exactly.
I'll show you my portfolio.
Okay, I want to see it.
Okay.
And if you're good, we'll do a test run. If you're good, then I can bring you.
Shut the fuck up. I'm coming.
If I only get one spot,
it's my birthday.
Comes. Then you can stay in our room. I'll pay for your flight to come. That's it. You know what? That's it. That's it. I'll buy your flight. Because now this is actual a full business and I've got her full time and I can double what I did from year to date to now, which would if I double what I did now till the end of the year, I would 6 times my revenue from last year. Mm-hmm. More than 6 times my revenue from last year, which is fucking absurd.
I know.
Absurd. So without her, I couldn't because honestly, it's just fucking mentally draining. Like yesterday, I was exhausted. Again, I went out a little bit Saturday, had some drinks. Sunday, we're up. Okay, go to the gym. Content at the gym. Like, okay, also working out. I wanted to work out. Then, okay, shoot one. Okay, we randomly jammed one in last minute. Fat Bastard Burrito, which I randomly got on Friday out of nowhere. So we had to eat lunch. We're like, okay, fuck, let's just. I haven't even pitched the concept yet, but I came up with an amazing concept on the spot, and it worked. Did it, and it was one of those things where fuck, like we got so much done. By the end of the day, I was like just mentally drained. I just wanted to go to bed.
Yeah.
Well, DoorDash was due this morning. She sent it to me at 10 o'clock. It's just done. I'm like, one little edit, change this, boom, done, perfect. Send it to. It
was good.
It's just like even Kellogg's Vector, which I'm doing now. I was like, hey, like by Wednesday, shit, I'll probably have it done by tomorrow. I was like, I'm so happy right now. Like I'm so happy I don't have to fucking do this anymore. Like the editing and just
yeah, but that's the whole point of like you getting to this
I can go on the Stairmaster and I just like I can do whatever.
You could be posting.
Like you called me at the gym today. I was like, I have no problem taking this call today. I've got nothing to do right now.
You could also post a podcast clip.
I could do that.
It's been a while.
Yeah. No, I did one the other day. Yeah. And I've edited a lot of them lately. But yeah, you've done more than I have lately. But I also booked a lot of those guests the other day.
We were together during that. That was an effort while I was editing.
That was a team effort. While
I was editing.
And we got a lot of shit done last week. So hopefully we can.
That was 2 weeks ago now.
Fucking right it was.
Seems crazy.
So yeah, to answer your original question, things I'm most excited for. One, content. Like now I'm actually excited for it because I have someone that can just direct my life. And the conversations I've had with her just, it seems like it's going to really work. And I'm very excited about that. Just not even for brand deals, like personal content. And then obviously I'm on this content wave right now where everything's going viral, which is fucking top notch. The breakup content is just fucking viraling. So that's like I've gained 30,000 followers in the last 5 days.
Yeah, I think that's a conversation for another day.
That's fucking
get into
wild.
that.
Yeah, we'll get
another Pals episode.
Do you know what the next Pals episode we'll get into that?
Yeah, I think it could be like an actual conversation that we have. And like
I think
I think we need to get some time, but yeah. Okay, this is actually completely off topic. Are you done?
Yeah.
Sorry. Have you seen in the news right now?
You got to give us more details. Have you seen the news
I just got distracted for a second. Have you seen the news right now? Billie Eilish trashing other artists like Taylor Swift and Beyonce for doing 3-hour shows and how no one wants to go to a 3-hour show. And she's basically like going off. Like my sisters told me about this, trashing artists for doing all these big productions and how people just want some people to sing on stage. And like, I haven't looked that much into it, but I knew me and you would have so much to say about this because I think it's lazy of her. You're not the same kind of artist as them, and that's completely fine. But like, do not trash on literally the 2 biggest women in the industry who made the path for you right now to be able to be where you are. So what do you have to go say trashing about them? If they weren't there, what would you be doing? And look what they're doing now, and they keep doing it at their age. So what? If you're not doing this now, you're not going to do it then. Okay, have fun sitting down by yourself. Yeah, you have a good voice, but like, good job.
Tell me how you really feel.
I got so angry. I haven't even looked into it.
It's so
I
funny.
could be so wrong right now. My sister's could have steered me in the wrong direction.
It's so funny.
But I got so angry about it.
On my my like fall travel plan spreadsheet I have, I have all of Billie Eilish's dates in there.
Okay, I would love to see her, but now after those comments and her trying to cancel, you're like, Taylor Swift's one of your favorite artists, and you appreciate her going on tour and her 3-hour shows. Who does that anymore? That's actually something we've talked about that we
Jonas
appreciate.
Brothers apparently do.
Okay, but we appreciate it. We appreciate that out of artists.
Yeah, agreed. So now that we're on topic of music, Zach Bryan. Holy fuck. He was amazing in Toronto. That was an amazing performance.
I have something to say about your review.
Okay. He was amazing in Toronto. Zach Bryan in Detroit at Ford Field is one of my top 5 concerts of all time.
Do you think, there's a couple of things. Do you think it's because it was an outdoor concert?
It wasn't outdoors.
Or no, sorry, it was covered.
It's in a stadium. So
yeah, it's covered.
Again.
No, but do you think it's because of the amount of people?
I do think the amount of people is fucking cool.
And you were on floor this time.
Pit makes a difference 100%. But I think the fact that it was like, he didn't perform in the center. He was off to one side with a massive screen. I think it's good. The encore it reminds me of Watch the Throne when Kanye and Jay-Z sang in Paris like as many times as the crowd wanted to. I looked at the timestamp because I was like, it sounded like 10 minutes. I looked at the timestamp of when he walked by me, and it was 10:49 he walked by me. So give him 2 minutes to get to the stage at the other side. 10:51. My last video is him. The last part of Revival was 11:01.
Okay.
He fucking performed it for 10
He did that in Toronto
minutes.
as well. That's where I had to say against your review.
I don't remember him performing Revival for 10 minutes.
He didn't finish the concert in Toronto because he replayed it over and over again. And that whole him showing the different guests, he did that in Toronto as well. He does that every show.
So maybe I don't remember it being that long.
He ended the concert. I remember it was like 11:36 because then I had to drive my sister's friend home to Aurora. And I was annoyed because I didn't get home till 1:30 because by the time I got my car, drove, and I was sober that concert. That's why I actually like remember like every detail.
I do not remember the encore being that long.
It was long in Toronto.
And because again, Revival is one of those songs where it's like, and we're having it. Like it just fucking slapped.
On another note, Ricky went to the concert with my sisters because they were supposed to go with my cousin. Ricky was supposed to go with a friend. Then my cousin bailed and
I had two people bail on me, actually.
Yeah, 2 people bailed on him. Yeah. So I was like, oh, they're going. Why don't you go with them?
And you know what the crazy part? I would have went alone.
Yeah, I know you would have. That's why I told them.
It would have sucked the drive. Like a 3.5 hour drive alone would have sucked. Like I have friends in Detroit that if I really wanted someone, I could have. And Elaine, I love you, Mom. She would have came with me if I really wanted company for the drive. And we could have found other shit to do. But
no, because my sister texted me being like, Ricky doesn't he doesn't have to feel like he has to come with us. I'm like, he's going to go regardless. So he will choose to go alone if he doesn't want to go with you guys like that badly.
Yeah, no, I had a blast with that.
But we had the funniest giggles the next day at home at dinner about your guys' trip. They finally understand you as a person. Being alone with you. They've only seen you.
I feel like I'm pretty, like, what you see is what you get.
Yeah, I know. But like, even just like in the car, they're like, he doesn't stop talking. You have to have so much energy around him. Yeah. He's so energized.
I feel like what you see is what you get. If you meet me once and hang out with me for 2-3 hours, you know exactly who I am.
I don't think they realize how high energy you were, and just like little mannerisms that I guess that like I'm so used to because I'm with you so often. Yeah. Whereas like they were just like, this is the funniest thing ever, but in all good ways. Yeah. No. But it was just the fun. I had so many laughs.
Yeah,
just the story. I don't know why. Like maybe they were dramatic about it, but the story of you using your $30 credits and getting all the snacks.
Is this not wild to you?
Okay,
I'm gonna tell the story.
Hey, Ricky, you also took Sophia's peanut M&Ms and you never gave them back to her. As you finished, all they said was Ricky finished Saks goes, I'm full. Not a crumb left. Sophia's like, fuck my peanut M&Ms.
I didn't eat the peanut M&Ms.
And she had her frozen egg bite, so she was starving.
Why didn't she turn around and ask?
And I said, why didn't you say something?
Sorry, Bubba.
We were howling.
I have like 3 bags of peanut M&Ms.
Me and Andrea were like in
bag.
tears listening to Sophia being like, yeah, he said he was full and he ate all his snacks, but like meanwhile he took my M&Ms and never gave them back to me. I'm like,
I
was starving. He saw me eat frozen egg bites.
Man, I did not.
I was like, Sophia, you have to just go and like say it.
Say like, yo, where the fuck are my peanut M&Ms?
Or no. When you guys went after the concert to the bar and you guys got nachos and Sophia's like, yeah, let's get some guac. And then they left to go to the bathroom. You come back. He goes, I didn't get guac, but I got queso.
There was no guac.
Sophia's like, I hate melted cheese.
There was no guac. They didn't have guac at this bar.
So me and Andrew were just like,
I literally ordered guac. They didn't have it.
17. Like, what is she going to be like? Oh, no, like, I really wanted
also
this.
insane that she didn't get ID'd at all. That's why.
That's
beyond. It's fucking. I know I look old, but I do not look old enough for a 17-year-old shouldn't get ID'd. That was beyond me.
I told you.
Yeah. But this fucking $30 credit, our room was $50. So it's $50 each room. So $100 a night, plus tax fees, whatever.
Yeah.
We each had $15 per person per room. I was only one person in my room, but because I had a king bed, I get 15 times 2. So I had $30 per day to get snacks and food. I'm like, how do you guys make any money?
They don't.
So the last day, literally, I was like, grab your snacks. And lady's like, you sure? You got another $15. But she was moving in such slow motion where I didn't even want to get more food because it was going to take another 10 minutes.
Apparently the girl was like, 1, 2, 3.
Like it was just like awkwardly slow. But yeah, no. Whatever Hilton we stayed at was great. Our rooms were side by side. We didn't get much traffic. Overall, that was a great 20-hour trip, 18-hour trip, whatever it took us.
Or even just a small thing, like you at a restaurant being like, what's your favorite drink? To Andrew and Sophia, they're like, yeah, like that was just so like Ricky of him. And I'm like, yeah, he does that all the time. Like that's normal.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Does anybody else do that? Like I sit down at a place
sometimes.
At a really nice restaurant.
What's your favorite?
Yeah, like, what are you guys known for? Mm-hmm. Like, yes, okay, well, what would you recommend? Oh, these 3? Okay, well, what's your favorite? Okay, my favorite's this. Okay, cool. I'll take that. Our restaurant was nice though.
I heard it was. I heard it was really nice. Yeah.
So other than that, I feel like there's not many crazy concerts coming up in Toronto. There's JT at the end of summer.
So excited.
And Kygo.
I was so excited last year. I felt like there was a lot more artists coming through the city. But I also feel like this year I've already been to like 9 shows.
Yeah, I feel like I was at Bud Stage a lot more the last 2 years. This year I have no plans on going to Bud Stage. I have no plan.
I don't want to go to at least one, but like there's not one that I'm dying.
And like even tomorrow, I was thinking maybe I do Maroon 5, but the weather's not going to be nice, and I don't want to drink tomorrow, so I was like, fuck, maybe I just don't go.
I know.
Okay, before we wrap up, give me one summer thought.
Just enjoy it. I just feel like I've been rushing through things and like just planning for all the next events. And I've been like holding myself back from like, well, I need to sometimes too. Just to, again, like you said, like I need the time to like refresh and recuperate. But I'm just trying to enjoy like the little moments too. Because I don't want to keep looking forward to like, just like, oh, I have a wedding this weekend. I can't do anything until the wedding. So I'm really trying to like fix myself.
You know what's so fucking awkward and funny?
What?
My thought is almost the exact same as yours.
It's because you're best friends.
Mine was slow down and appreciate each day of the summer.
Yeah, like I want to appreciate like every like even being here, like okay, like we had a really good time with Devin at the studio, like coming to the podcast, like I don't need to rush to get home now, but even though I'm exhausted, but I just know that like I need to like slow down a bit, or like on nights that like after we have podcasts, like yeah, maybe we do hang out a bit after so we can like talk as friends, because like there's not that many days, but like when am I gonna be in the city? So I'm never in the city.
Mine is with all my weekends booked for the rest of the summer, like literally every single weekend is booked from now until the end of summer.
Me too.
And even into September. I'm like, okay, like usually everyone's like, oh, we got to grind all week, stay healthy, stay fit, work hard, and then the weekend comes, we can party and do this. So it's like, well, why does it have to be like that? Why can't we enjoy each day? Okay, days we have pod. Let's have fun at the pod. Let's do some dinners after the pod. Like I know we do.
I still haven't been to snack bar.
Yeah, so let's book a dinner
like,
after snack bar.
I really want to go to snack bar one day.
You know, Earl's is opening up. You're
King
not
Taps.
coming on thing. King Taps is going to open. We can.
Yeah, I'm not coming anymore to any event. Clearly.
You didn't want to come to the Earl's one.
You never invited me.
I literally wrote in the spot on the spot chat. I said, guys, we have Earl's this day. Who was coming? Something like that. I didn't get that invite. That's on you then. Just like you didn't get the awkward photo shoot one then. Remember you said that you didn't get it? I didn't get that, but it's fine. See? You didn't invite me. You're busy on Wednesday anyways. I just booked that dinner. You want to come? I'm busy now. Okay, so you're uninvited anyways. I just really want to enjoy the days. Yeah. Because even like at the cottage sometimes like I'm really healthy. Like I'm not drinking all the time there. Yeah. And other weekends like we are. So it's like picking those moments where it's like I need to just enjoy. Yeah. Even like not including booze and it's not even booze. Just like enjoy days I can double up. Like my pickle and plunge thing. Now you're invited. If you want to come to that, you can come. I'm coming. It got so out of control so quickly. So I did an event called Pickle and Plunge at my family home. And we play pickleball, we eat food, we cold plunge. That's the idea behind it. Am I invited now because I'm not awful? No, Danny. Like, when I mean this is out of control now, there's like 20 people coming. Who? Yeah. So it's the original 8 or 9. Then there's the 2 people that were on the original invite that didn't come to the first one that are coming now. Then 2 people wanted to bring other people. Okay, well then someone wanted to bring their husband. Cool. I'm sitting down having. How does everyone play? I don't know. I just like play with you, Elaine, and Frank. I don't know how it's gonna work. There's Can I play with you, Elaine, and Frank? There's like 20 people coming. Yeah, if you want to come tomorrow. When's the next time? 8 o'clock tomorrow. I can do 8 o'clock tomorrow. 8 o'clock. I'll go home, do all my stuff. You're welcome to come. Come, and then I go to bed. Yeah. Because I had a really good sleep after. Pickle and Plunge actually got it. I think on the email invite, there's 20 names right now. I'm kind of thinking I might have to tell people. I might have to like break it up into 2 groups. Yeah, it's fucked. So anyways, that's what my thing is. It's like, hey, double down on events or okay. You know, we're going to do dinner after the pod one day. Okay, I haven't seen Vicky in forever. Vicky, come. Let's do this. Or like, we were supposed to have a walk the other night and I had to cancel. I'm sorry, Vicky, I love you. You know what I miss about the old studio? I felt like, me and you walked a lot more. We'd meet before the podcast, do an hour walk, and then go. So like, whenever we have 7:30 episodes, I know we don't, sometimes we do that on purpose. Do you know what the problem is? It's the traffic now. Or if there's no record release, we stay for an hour and then we walk an hour, exporting. Even no record release. Yeah. That way we can walk and then we go home. Yeah. But yeah, just like that. It's like, I want to see friends, enjoy the moment, enjoy my days, focus on physical health, mental health, and all that. Like, I've been so good, like, fucking physically the last, like, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I've been cold plunging, journaling, eating healthy, like, doing the right things. So I want to keep doing that while also making sure that I enjoy myself on the days where I want to stay up till 5 a.m. and drink and party and get crazy.
Well, you can
I can
enjoy
still do
it.
that. Yeah. So, but yeah.
But
back to
I
you.
just
my
like,
thought was
honestly,
like slow down and enjoy each fucking day.
What's
Don't live for the weekend. Live for the day.
wild to think is that given how busy I know my schedule is, I don't have like any Toronto free time to get crazy. It's like literally I'm saving it at this. I'm not even trying to save it, but all for like Europe this summer.
Yeah.
Like that's like when I can finally relax and be like, okay, let's just enjoy.
Well, I'm trying to double down on like the free events I have now. Like Earl's Wednesday, like again, free. I think it's open bar. Like it's good food, open bar. I live walking distance, kind of a no-brainer for me. And I know there's gonna be random friends that I know because it's like a cool event. And I do that in air quotes because influence events aren't necessarily cool. But I feel like Earl's King West grand opening is a cool one.
Actually, one thing that we need to do this summer, and you promised me because I want to play baseball at one point, is you said you'd take me to
A what? What's it called? A batting
cage.
Yeah, we can do that.
I just want to go once.
Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll
and
go.
just so I can show you I'm not awful.
Okay.
And it's just to prove to you that I'm not awful. I don't give a fuck.
You also said you were really good at pickleball.
I'm not bad.
There's a very big difference between not bad and really good.
I'm not really good.
You're not
just
really
confidence. Good. I never said I was really good.
You
and if I say I did, it's because confidence. Confidence is everything. Tell people you're great at something and they'll believe it. You believed it, clearly.
I did not.
Well, I'm good at baseball.
I know. I don't even think you're good at baseball.
I can hit a ball.
So there we go.
I really want to go to a batting cage. I don't know where there is one. Is there any in Toronto?
Danny, if you want to play baseball tomorrow night, you can show up and play baseball with my team tomorrow night.
You said I wasn't allowed.
You can show up.
What time?
And if you suck, I want something in return.
Yeah, but I need to practice for a bit.
Oh, okay.
Can you do one thing before practice?
No.
Like one practice hit.
Sure.
One practice hit, and then I'll be good.
Okay. Anyways, I think, this was 45 minutes, 48 minutes. Anyways, Dan, you got anything else before we wrap up?
Nope, that's it. I'm perfect.
I do enjoy these catch-ups. I actually do enjoy our monthly episodes.
I feel like I've been like not saying stuff to you to talk about it. And now I have way more to tell you. But like, I'm glad we do this.
Okay, well, we got time. We have our next one in a month. Episodes coming up. Who do we have coming up?
Talk to you in a month, Rick.
Well,
Can I say something? Matt said she loved our last intro when I jumped in last minute. You guys were in a really silly, goofy mood. I said, yeah, we were.
We were, yeah. You were getting ready trying to run off.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Danny, who do we have coming up? What episodes?
We have a bunch of episodes
Cam
coming
Taylor,
up.
pickleball episode.
Pickleball. We have Nate Holler coming back, which is going to be so much fun. You know what? We should get sandwiches that day.
I was literally just... we're aligned today.
I'm going to get Lambos and Fancies because Fancies is my new favorite sandwich spot.
What about Nunnas or Grandmas, whatever it's called?
Grandma Loves You?
Yeah.
Don't love them. They're kind of soggy, but sure.
So what we got to get... Because we'll tell him to bring his PR person. And then we'll maybe have Devin or Vicky or something. So we'll buy like 4 or 5 sandwiches, cut them in half, and do like a taste testing thing.
Like literally a taste testing of the sandwiches. Well, Jess is going to be here too.
And Jess will be here, so we get the behind the scenes. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
We'll get all our favorite sandwich spots.
Okay, good. I like this.
I think it'll be good. But then who else do we have? We have tons of guests coming on. We literally, when we had our work session, we booked all of July basically into August. So we have some cool DJs coming up too. Nicolina from the Rose Picnic's coming. Yeah. That'd be fun.
Honestly, I'm excited.
We still have to book our locals only episode.
We have to book that.
That's...
You know what? We're going to line up for like late September. We're just going to pick a fucking day and nobody can skip it.
Yeah.
The day Kygo. The Saturday of Kygo.
Perfect. Because you know they're all going probably.
Yeah. Anyways. Last thoughts?
That's it.
Guys, if you made it to this, we appreciate you. We really do. We're going to keep doing this. Even if nobody fucking listens, we don't give a fuck. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep doing this. And we're going to keep meeting cool people and having fun.
Signing off.
Cheers, pals.
Bye.
You like to drink and to smoke to take away the pain.